Welcome to this week's episode of Clark County Today, your go-to source for the top news stories in Clark County, Washington. We have a lineup of important updates and events happening in our community. Let's dive into the headlines. Updated costs for Interstate Bridge won't happen until next year. The Interstate Bridge Replacement Program, aiming to replace the aging I-5 bridge, has seen escalating cost estimates now projected at $5 billion to $7.5 billion. Initially estimated at $3.2 billion to $4.8 billion, the project includes a controversial 3-mile max light rail extension into Vancouver, contributing up to $1.9 billion to the cost. IBR Administrator Greg Johnson indicated costs will likely rise further, raising concerns from stakeholders like Oregon Walk's Zachary Lauritzen about potential project component cuts. Despite Oregon Senator Lee Beyer's earlier insistence on reducing costs, no substantial cost-cutting measures have been implemented. The project faces additional financial pressures from TriMet's demands and property acquisitions, leading taxpayers to question the value and feasibility of the current plan. With estimated costs continuing to soar beyond $7.5 billion, is it time to consider cost-cutting options for the I-5 bridge replacement? Visit clarkcountytoday.com now to vote in this week's poll. Share your thoughts and make a difference. Bethel Community Church to host conservative filmmaker on June 26th. Bethel Community Church in Wash-Shugel will host award-winning conservative filmmaker and former Idaho legislator Curtis Bowers on Wednesday, June 26th at 6:30 p.m. Bowers will discuss the Marxist communist attack on America, continuing the church's tradition of addressing cultural issues from a biblical perspective. Earlier this year, the church featured 2 doctors via video conference who opposed vaccine mandates, a presentation later removed by a major social media platform. Senior pastor Rich Blum emphasizes that while the church's primary mission is the gospel of Jesus Christ, it also seeks to engage with contemporary cultural issues. Bethel Community Church is located at 1438 B Street in Wash-Shugel. Brush Prairie Boy Scouts Troop 475 to honor 5 new Eagle Scouts. Brush Prairie's Boy Scout Troop 475 is celebrating the impressive achievement of 5 members who have earned the prestigious rank of Eagle Scout, an honor attained by less than 5% of Scouts nationwide. The Eagle Court of Honor ceremony on July 20th will recognize Joshua Baldwin, Gavin Cook, Keegan DeCarlo, Logan Louie, and Connor Van Dyke for their dedication and hard work. Each Scout completed a unique community service project, ranging from constructing park benches to building bat boxes, demonstrating their commitment to leadership and service. These young men, hailing from various local schools, have not only achieved a significant milestone, but also have bright futures ahead in various fields. SWIIRT begins investigation into VPD officer-involved shooting investigation. The Southwest Washington Independent Investigative Response Team, SWIIRT, led by the Clark County Sheriff's Office, is investigating an officer-involved shooting by the Vancouver Police Department early Monday, June 17th. The incident occurred around 12:57 a.m. on N.E. Anderson Road near N.E. 22nd Street, when officers responded to reports of a man identified as 40-year-old Jonathan West Nelson pointing a gun at citizens near a McDonald's parking lot. After locating Nelson, who failed to comply with commands and appeared to produce a firearm, 4 officers discharged their weapons. Nelson was transported to the hospital where he was pronounced deceased. The investigation is ongoing, and witnesses are urged to contact investigators at 564-397-2847. Suspect arrested. CCSO investigating multiple armed robberies from businesses. In April, the Clark County Sheriff's Office began investigating a series of armed robberies at Knife Point in Clark County. These incidents included multiple robberies at Starbucks and Walgreens locations, with a suspect described as a white male wearing a black surgical-style mask. The suspect, Shawn, 56, of Vancouver, was arrested on June 14th after being identified leaving a robbery scene in a white Honda Pilot. Short has been charged with multiple counts of robbery and assault. The CCSO and Vancouver Police Department are continuing their joint investigation. Camas already getting ready for Camas Days on July 26th and 27th. Camas Days returns to downtown Camas on July 26th and 27th, featuring a patriotic America the Beautiful theme. The two-day festival includes family fun, arts and crafts, food and beverage, live music, and parades. Highlights include the Kids Parade at 11:30 a.m. on July 26th and the main parade at 11 a.m. on July 27th, with Brent Erickson as the Grand Marshal. The iconic bathtub race follows the main parade. Over 100 craft and commercial vendors, 16 food vendors, and a new section for young entrepreneurs are set to appear, with live music by the Caddies and the Beth Willis Band. Parade and race applications are available at swchamber.com. 102nd Annual Planters Days Festival kicked off in Woodland with parades, frog jumping, and community spirit. Nora Taylor was crowned 2024 Miss Woodland at the opening of Planters Days on Thursday night. Declaring the event officially begun, Taylor, along with Princesses Alexis Alplanalp and Savannah Dottie, presided over the festivities through Sunday. Planters Days, Washington's longest-running civic celebration since 1922, featured a packed schedule, including frog jumping, bed races, and the annual parade on Saturday. The carnival kicked off Thursday with rides, kids and pet parades, and fireworks. Taylor praised the event's community spirit, encapsulated in this year's motto, All Together Now. For details, visit the Planters Days website. Capturing the spirit of Planters Days 2024. Photos by Mike Schultz. The Planters Days celebration in Woodland was a vibrant display of community and tradition, despite the intermittent rain. Photographer Mike Schultz captured the essence of the event, highlighting the joy and camaraderie among attendees. Saturday's events, including the spirited frog jumping competition and the lively carnival, were particularly photogenic. Schultz's photos featured the newly crowned Miss Woodland, Nora Taylor, and her princesses, Alexis Alplanalp and Savannah Dottie, who epitomized the event's theme, All Together Now. Schultz's images showcase the unbreakable bonds and festive spirit that define Planters Days. That's it for this week's episode of Clark County Today. Stay informed and engaged by visiting clarkcountytoday.com for more news and updates. Don't forget to participate in our poll about the Interstate Bridge replacement costs. And if you have more to say, send a letter to the editor at ken.v@clarkcountytoday.com. Your voice matters in our community. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.